is my Mind Flayer shadow monster head. I used a cardboard box and I just cut the shape out of it. I put a huge body pillow in there and taped it up with Gorilla Tape. And now I'm going to paint it black and the head will be done. And it's really light, so it'll be easy to hang or mount however we will do that. Yay! Alright, so that's the first coat. I might only do one coat. I gotta flip it over and do the other side. But I'm super cheap and I used leftover chalkboard paint that I probably used at least 8 years ago that I know I'd never use again. So it ended up perfect, and I actually really like the matte look of it and how it turned out. It's hard to tell. It looks like a shadow. It looks like a shadow monster. So we'll let that dry, and you can tell I didn't get the underside. Flip it over, I'll get the underside, and then we'll finish the rest of the shadow monster. It's still sitting over there. Here is my husband's plans for it. So, something like that. We'll see if it works.
There's that. Okay, Liam, go ahead and bring your bottom in this way.
Yep.
So what does one do one day before Halloween? Try to finish one of the biggest props they ever built. Talk about last minute. My husband built it yesterday. We're having major wind problems. The head's already blown kind of off, so I have to fix that. So right now all I'm doing is painting pretty much everything that you will see. I'm not painting the backside. It'll take me forever. I have to get a ladder. So after we paint it, I went to a garage sale and I got a whole bunch of this, what do you call it? Sunscreen fabric. Got it at a garage sale for practically nothing. And I have more of it if I need to use it. It's in my walkthrough hanging up. And then I also have 50 yards of like tooling, netting, and my goal was to wrap it around like a tornado, like the shadow monster has tornadoes. But my husband is go big or go home and made this thing so big I don't think I have enough. So we'll just have to figure it out. And again, tomorrow's Halloween, so last minute. And I'm sure any home haunter understands where I'm coming from. So some people might say, wow, you must have spent a lot of money on building that. And honestly, if you watched any of my other videos, I'm a reduce, reuse, recycler. I try not to spend a lot of money. I go to thrift stores, garage sales, and eBay. I do spend money, but on this guy, we lucked out. We used leftover wood from our kitchen. We had a pipe break, and so our whole kitchen is torn apart. And in remodeling our kitchen, they tore down the ceiling to make it a higher ceiling. So we used all the leftover wood from our kitchen to make the Mind Flayer. So we didn't buy one piece of wood. The second thing was cardboard for the head, and I reused a pillow. I bought duct tape. And then the screws, of course, we probably bought the screws for putting it together. And then the paint, it is all leftover paint. And I like to go to the hardware store and ask for their oops paint or their goof paint, and it's usually really cheap. And so I got this really dark greenish blue that almost looked like black, and then I added some black acrylic I had at home, and I made the paint for the Mind Flayer. And so that's what I'm doing right now. Again, didn't even have to buy paint. Oh, I take that back. I did buy it, but it was $1 for a can. And that's the way you gotta do it these days, right? So we pretty much are done with the Mind Flayer. Can't do too much more because Halloween's tomorrow and I have a lot more stuff to do. And if we started it earlier, maybe we could have gave it more body. But it's pretty dang cool, I think. So I used that tooling, the gauze, and wrapped the legs. I wanted it to look like a tornado. Now I wish it was a little bit more thicker, but I think with the proper lighting at night, it will look pretty dang cool. Sorry, the sun's in a very bad angle. I still have more of the landscape shading fabric stuff, so I might fill in his belly and try to make a tail, because my son wants a tail on it. But that's it for now, and I'll show you guys at night. I was thinking a lot of people that haven't seen Stranger Things will think it's a giant spider, which is fine, because they'll come up and they'll see that and they'll think it's a spider, and it kind of goes with the whole spider web thing I have going on here. And yeah, especially the little kids, they're not gonna probably know what a Mind Flayer shadow monster is, so that's okay. They'll think it's a giant spider. And maybe one day I'll transform it into a giant spider.